All right, how's it going? Going to be doing game 2 against the Braves today, and you can see I'm going to go with Noah Syndergaard um, on 3 days rest. Screw it. Yeah, it's Major League Baseball. It's Major League Baseball. Um, yeah, just wanted to get back to that DeGrom Syndergaard 1-2 punch here. Um, should be a good game, good pitching matchup. We'll see how deep Syndergaard is able to go. Um, but should be a good one. Yesterday's game, there was weather. It basically rained the entire game. Um, I was expecting a delay. It never happened. This game, overcast, but the rain should stay away. So, all right. Oh, come on. So Cespedes was dragging during pregame warmups. Consider giving it. No, he's playing.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. Looking forward to this matchup, and it's next on MLB Network. Mike Foltynewicz gets the starting assignment for the Braves. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Striding in, Ahmed Rosario, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. Here's the first pitch to him. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
Let's take a look at the lineups. So you already saw the Mets lineup, and of course Nito is in there in the number 8 spot with Syndergaard on the mound. For the Braves, that looks like the same. It's almost the same lineup as yesterday. The only difference I'm seeing is that instead of Culberson at shortstop, you have Dansby Swanson at shortstop.
Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that. The 1-0. And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Our temperature 74 degrees as we get things started this afternoon. The 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Grounded back up the middle. And
Hey,
this
I'll
will
take it.
find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. His career line with Foltynewicz, just a 2 for 14 line, so advantage pitcher here. He's taken him deep once. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. And
Yeah,
there
Rosario's
are
been getting his
umpires
hits.
calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why.
Hold on there. He got him. Trying to swipe second base, but he's gunned down for the out.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game.
I don't know that he got that great of a jump.
And move him up to second with the steal, but it didn't work out.
The 1-2. It's a fastball that misses.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
Full count now.
Yeah, it was a close play.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. There's ball 4.
Okay.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 52.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. After the walk, a quick check on first. And a dive, but he's back.
So I ran on Flowers because he had only an arm strength of 51, and I was able to steal
Here comes
twice
the first pitch.
yesterday with Rosario off of him. Didn't work this time. Probably not going to try and run here with Nimmo.
Fouled away.
Even though Nimmo has good speed, but his base stealing ability is not very good.
1-1, here it is. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Yeah, I think Rosario did. It seemed like he hesitated a little bit. It just wasn't as good of a jump.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2.
I don't even think I need to look in the dugout on this one. I think it's safe to assume he's going to be running. Too good a hitter at the plate not to think he's going to put the ball in play.
Nimmo stands at first with 1 out. Throw over to the bag, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily.
I had some issues with that earlier in the season.
And another throw over, and the runner back. Working for the punch out and the offering. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Acuna comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
Well, to anyone who's just joining, this is the second game of a 3-game series against the Braves. I'm playing a full 162-game season with the New York Mets.
He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Currently, the Braves are in first place by about 4.5 games. Mets are in third place and trying to gain some ground.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid.
Basically, I play a game.
Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy
once a day, pretty much.
throw to second base.
So you can subscribe to the channel and get notifications for whenever I have one of these going.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
The Braves have been a tough competitor this season. They've played well.
started to go around, but
they
he's
have a
able
record
to
to
check his
show
swing
for it.
ball 3.
Yesterday I was able to beat them in pretty convincing fashion. DeGrom was on the mound, and he pitched okay. He pitched 5+ innings.
Here it is on 3-1.
Just painted the
Good
outside
spot
corner.
for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from
DeGrom
first.
pitched all right.
And now in advance of a big 3-2
the relief pitching
pitch,
for the Mets was
time
really
is
good
called at
yesterday.
the plate as he'll press the
And
reset button.
was able to pile on some runs.
Now a check swing and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Pretty forceful
Says I went
about
around.
it, too. And the inning is over. Mets leave 1. Nothing for
Those
the Mets
outside
in the first,
sliders
and
with 2
after a
strikes,
break,
hey,
the
can be
Braves swing
tempting.
back.
It's a tough
Stay
pitch.
tuned to MLB Network.
Tried to hold up, but didn't work.
Noah Syndergaard is on the mound for Game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy is doing quite a job against lefties. He's held lefties
his
to
hair
an
looks like a
under
mop in this
200
game.
batting average to start the season. So
Looking
he's
forward to
doing
what
a
the
lot of things
PS5
right
will
when
be
the
able to
lefties
do
step into
with the
batter's
next
box.
iteration of
And
the
that'll bring
show
in the
when
former
it comes
top
out next year.
prospect Ozzie Albies. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Now here it comes. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I know we're getting ready for Game 2, but yesterday, man, road trip got off to a great start. They pounded the baseball, pitched, played defense. This team comes in riding high into Game 2.
Syndergaard has exactly 50 wins at the big league level in his career.
Yeah, it was tough going the first few weeks of this season.
The 1-1 home.
Really, the
Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Nets were
Yeah,
below
Matty, you see the same
500,
pitch
and
3
then they
times in a row, and you find yourself down 1-2 in the
worked
count.
to
Your
get up
head
to
starts to get on a
500, and
swivel
then they
here. Is he coming
dip
back
below
with
it again.
4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Last 10 games or so, they've really hit their stride.
Yanked high
no.
and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball.
Nito wants a slider.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
He wasn't going for
Don't
that.
be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Here now the 2-2.
See if the changeup will get him.
Is a
Yes!
wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome.
Yeah, I was
when
going
teams
back and
start
forth
figuring
about
out
it,
what
but
locations you just can't handle.
I don't know. I just figured I'd go for it. And, Waka. So we have Syndergaard on the mound tonight with 3 days rest. And we'll go to Michael Waka tomorrow. And that may be...
Nick Markakis digging in now.
I'll have to take a look at the schedule.
And on the
But
first
that
pitch,
may
he
be Michael
grounds
Waka's
foul.
last start for a
He'll
little
let it
while.
play right at 310 on the year.
Marcus Stroman,
7 homers and
who only made
23
one
driven
start
in.
for me this season and then got injured with a fractured forearm. He's coming off the DL in about 4 days or so, 4 or 5 days. So I don't know. Waka might be making 2 more starts, but
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up.
once
and he'll take it
Stroman
onto
is
the bag
activated,
himself. 2
my
gone now
intention
here in
is
the
to place
first.
him in the rotation
Batting
and
third,
use Michael Waka
the
as
first
my
baseman.
long reliever.
Freddie Freeman.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
So Freeman, the batter,
The pitch.
can't ever be complacent with him.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
That's 100 miles an hour. Triple digits for the first time tonight.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first
No,
baseman.
That looked like a
If you're
strike
gonna
to
have
me.
success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got
A
to
couple
get
of
that
times
pitch
he
right
hasn't
there.
given me the
0-2,
outside corner
he's
like
almost
that.
certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to
I
really
like
do
pitching
some
out there,
damage.
so that
Now
can
the pitch.
pose a challenge.
Hit on the ground toward the left.
Oh, jeez.
Freeman
Oh,
to
what?
third, it's a base hit. He takes the turn and heads for second.
Well, that's
He
just
hit the
about as
corner
bad as
and
it'll
tries
get.
for third. And he will make it all the way to third
So
now,
what
as
happened
that
there?
mistake proves a costly one indeed.
How many eyes did this
And
ball
that's
have?
his second triple
I mean, look at
season.
this.
For some hitters,
And then-
that's a career. Good swing and great hustle to pick up the three-bagger.
That's as ugly as it'll look right there.
Into the box now, Ronald Acuna looking to stay hot.
Unbelievable.
He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so.
That should be an error on Cespedes out there in left field. I mean, after it gets by the infielders, then it defaults to controlling Cespedes. And I mean, I feel like he's right there to make the play. Did I overrun it? I ran too far to center field. I mean, I still feel like it's close enough. He should get down and grab it. I guess I did kind of sense, though, I'm overrunning it, so I kind of eked back towards it. But, I mean, make an effort at least. Okay. Just one of those MLB the show-isms that you just have to shake your head and deal with it. So now we have the runner at third base, which, what, are they going to call that a triple? Give me a break. I don't know. That's stupid. Who have we got? Acuna. All right. Keep our heads down.
Here comes the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
I jumped over the
Have to
ball.
find a way to get that
I
guy
didn't
home
jump.
from second now. Never know how important these early
That's
runs
all right.
can be.
Let's get this guy.
Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Ah,
And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
yeah,
Hasn't seen
single
a
and a
heater yet
two-base
this at
error.
bat. One might be coming
I
right here.
agree that that's what it should be, but you look on the top left here and it says no errors. So, and in fact, I can go to the box score. And what does it say? Oh yeah, look, batting, 3-bagger, Freeman, his second of the year. Give me a break. Okay. Fine.
The set and the 2-1.
I got 2 strikes on him.
After that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
Well, let's see if he goes fishing for the outside slider. Let's do it.
He's set. The 2-2.
Oh,
Swung on
he
in
did.
The dirt, strike 3.
Unbelievable.
Nito finds it, and the throw to first ends the inning. No damage
job.
done after the 2-out triple. More from MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this.
So the Braves get the Coca-Cola sign up there. The Mets in Citi Field have what should be a Coca-Cola sign, but it says the show in this
Digging
game.
in,
I don't know
Michael Conforto. He also had
why
3
the
hits in the
inconsistency.
win last night.
This one it says the show over the scoreboard there in left field,
And that's on the outside
but
corner for a strike.
oh well. Look at that shift. Just bunt it down the third base line, but easier said than done. Be a double
Ball
if I do
1
that.
as he lays off below the zone.
I mean, he's not even close. The third baseman, Riley, is where the shortstop would be.
1-1.
Ah.
Two and two. Just hung in there on that
Shouldn't
one.
have swung at that.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
And a good
Oh.
bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Damn.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
This looks like one of those retro Braves uniforms, isn't it?
J.D. Davis the next at bat. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. On to Freeman at first.
Not quite.
There are 2 away now.
White in color. It looks like it's off-white.
The second baseman, number 6.
The Braves lettering looks a little different.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
And McNeil's bat has been relatively quiet the past couple of games. I'd like to see something out of him.
No score here as we play inning number 2. A swing and
it's just a
high
fly
drive
ball.
to right center field. Acuna going back.
Wow.
On the warning track, he makes the catch.
I gotta say, that
Mets
went
go
way
down
deeper
1,
than I
2,
expected
3.
it to.
We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
You like these uniforms better? You said the old uniforms are better? Or,
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up big-time RBI man Marcell Ozuna.
Ozuna.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season. 0-1. Here's the pitch.
Syndergaard still, I wonder what the story is with his rent in the Manhattan apartment. And for those unfamiliar,
Just
because
off
of
the
the
outside that time, laid off for a ball.
suspension or the delay of the 2020 Major League season, and also due to the fact that he had Tommy John surgery.
Popped him up.
Yeah, he's not.
Davis.
Even
has
if there was a
play.
season in 2020, he was not going
Looks
to
it into
appear.
his glove, and there's one gone.
But before that, he signed a lease for I guess a penthouse somewhere in Manhattan for gosh, I don't know what was the rent, 20,000 a month, 40,000 a month. I mean, way up there.
Will be the catcher Tyler Flowers.
And you know, he backed out of it. You know, I mean, I'm guessing
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
figured he would lose his deposit and so forth, which I'm sure he did. But the landlord is suing him for, you know, large sum of money in lost rental revenue.
Conforto in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
$74,000 was the rent, so it was $74,000 every month.
Gansby. Swanson.
Yeah, I gotta see that place.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He did not play last night.
So I don't know if
Currently
the
back in the
situation has
starting
been
nine for
resolved.
this one.
Yeah, $74,000 in rent. It's gotta be pretty nice.
Here comes the first pitch.
But I know. Oops.
Curveball that misses
Then
in
Soho.
third for ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score.
I know the last time I had to move out of an apartment, or decided to move out of an apartment, and it was outside of the terms of
Fouled
the
off.
lease. You know, the lease stipulated that not only would I lose my deposit, but I was responsible for continuing to pay rent
The 1-1.
until it was rented out.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
And I don't know for sure, but I feel like maybe that's the case with Syndergaard, and that the guy hasn't been able to lease out the place, and so he still wants the monthly rent.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning.
Nice. So what I ended up doing was I
Down
just
in order go the Braves. We'll move to the
I wasn't
third
under
with
any
no
kind of
score.
time pressure to move out of the apartment. I knew I wanted to move out because I didn't really need to live there anymore. It was no longer necessary, but I wasn't in any rush. You know, I wasn't moving to a new city or changing jobs or anything. So I just worked out a deal with the realtor. I said, look, show off my apartment to any prospective tenants, but I'm not going to move until you find someone.
The pitch.
And so that's what we did. And it worked out.
A fastball to
After a few weeks,
that misses. It's ball
maybe
one.
after about a month or so, we found someone and agreed on a date when they would move in.
Fastball
And
that gets the
I
lower
moved
part
out
of the zone, called
a little
for
before
strike.
that. But
Now
yeah,
the 1-1 pitch.
may not always go that smoothly with other situations.
Breaks
Oh,
his
broken
and
bat.
This one's popped up.
Ah.
Throw to first in time, and the
Flip
leadoff
to the
man
pitcher.
is gone to start the third.
Batting out. The pitcher. Syndergaard.
So here's the Mets pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ah, right down the middle.
Well-located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Give me another one of those. I'm going to try the
Third
power
inning,
swing.
No score to this point. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Yep.
Mets pitcher behind at the plate.
Not going to do the power swing with 2 strikes because I like having the option to check up my swing on 2 strikes, and you're not checking up with a power swing. Ah,
and that misses 2-2.
there, just like that. If I had done the power swing there, I would have been fanning.
Now swing and a miss here. He's down on strikes.
And man,
2 up, 2 down to begin
blew me
the third.
away. 97 miles an hour.
Up nibbling out of the zone, trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working,
Yeah.
so he just reached back and fired a good old
By the
country
time
hardball
I
fastball
realized, ooh, I
right
better
by him.
swing.
No better
It was way
feeling
too
in the
late.
world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. As he'll take a look at ball 1. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Boy, this guy's got it going on right now. He's executing everything. He should feel pretty good. He's retired 7 in a row.
2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. 2 out, nobody on. And here's a ball hit in the air.
Okay.
And no one will track it down.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
And this is
that's just like the other one.
Perhaps
That's fair.
Behind first.
Oh.
And that'll slice.
Let me see a replay of that one. That looked fair from my vantage point. Granted, it was not the best vantage point. Oh. What? Yeah, let's take a closer look at that. Oh, yeah, it was foul. Yeah, I thought at first it caught some white, but nope. Game of inches sometimes.
The 2-2 one more time.
Hey, wow.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still
line
alive.
drive to center,
So
sat back on the
line drive single
slider.
to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as we check out the rankings on this Mets ball club, you can see there he's currently leading the team in that department.
So, do I try and steal again? I don't know.
First things first, here's a throw over, and he'll dive back in. And here's the former first-round draft choice.
Oh, you've got to be
Brandon Nimmo.
kidding me.
Now this is popped up behind the plate for Flowers. And he'll
Inning
get under
over.
it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Mets strand one. Home half of the third coming up.
Up
No
it
score.
goes.
In now, Austin Riley, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Third baseman.
First delivery to him on the way. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a line drive. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
I feel
When
like
it
that
left his
that
bat,
wasn't
I
that
thought
bad
it
of a
might
pitch
foul,
either.
But it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
And I hate that. I had him down to 2 strikes, and I was going for the slider, see if he could, seeing if he would fish for it. But yeah, if anything, it probably got too much of the plate. I mean, it's on the outer half of the plate. It's, yeah, I mean, it's more of the plate than I would have liked. Still, I mean, I don't feel like it's a terrible pitch. It was just good hitting on his part.
Into the box, Mike Foltynewicz. And now a bunt
Oh,
attempt
man,
here as
perfect
he gets
bunt.
this one down. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it.
I shouldn't have
Make
thrown that
the
pitch.
third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
When they're bunting, what I typically like to do is I try and throw high fastballs. It's harder for them to get it down.
So up steps Ozzie Albies.
A lot of times they'll
0 for
foul it
1
off.
here in the early going.
And that's what I try to do. If they're trying to bunt, throw high fastballs and try and get them to 2 strikes. You know, then at that point they're less likely to bunt.
He's set and the pitch. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Goodness, 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and if
Well,
you
I
get
don't
guy
want him to hit a
feeling
fly
pitch
ball.
like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch until he proves he can lay off of it.
Got to go for the strikeout here.
Weakly hit towards first. Reined in. And not
That's a
in
stupid
time as
play.
the run scores.
That's a stupid play.
Now batting.
So
I saw him running in front of me, and I thought, you know, I think I can get him. No. That's just
a runner at first
dumb
with
decision
one
on my
man
part.
down. And standing in, the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. Has a look, now the pitch.
really no reason
The
to be.
0-1 pitch. Grounded to
Let's
short.
get a double play here.
Rosario's got it.
right.
McNeil's got it for 1.
I'll take it.
Relay to first in time.
Really
And
no
just
reason
like
to go
that, the side is
home there. I
retired.
just
The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark.
tried to
Oh, my
stop him
goodness.
from scoring.
More
Ended up not
baseball
hurting me,
on MLB Network.
but
right after this.
you know, not smart.
All set for the start of the 4th. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Now here it comes. Good deception on the slider
So
there. as he's
Cespedes
way out in
apparently
front.
was looking tired in batting practice and in warm-up for the game.
He just ramps up and here's the fastball by him. 0-2.
He is a
Love the
player that I
aggressive
have to
approach at the
rest
plate,
more
but
than
if
the
you're not
others.
seeing the ball, maybe you have to take a step
He
back.
tires out pretty
Find
quickly.
yourself with 2 strikes, absolutely battling for your life right now.
Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes.
And in hindsight, I probably should have given him a rest in one of the Diamondbacks games before this series. But he was just so hot in that series, hitting home runs, I think 2 of the 3 games, and getting lots of key hits, tons of RBIs. I didn't want to take him out of the lineup.
Almost got him to go around, but
so I kept him in there, but now I'm kind of paying the price for it.
Swing the bat right there. Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
I'll take a walk here.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. He'll try it again, 3-2.
Oh, how do you reach that? Should have been a ball 4. Oh well. Let's try it again. Oh God.
He can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at bat.
This guy is really locked in on the
I saw that thing barreling in the inside corner.
Right now, just rearing back and letting it go. It seems like this lineup, they don't
yeah,
have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
So here's Pete Alonso as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat.
Yeah, I've got 2 hits, and so does Atlanta.
The 1-0. Hit sharply on the
right
ground.
at him.
And there's out number 2.
Now batting, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
So the Mets facing some good pitching,
now at the plate, Michael Conforto,
which hasn't been the case
0 for 1 in the
previous few games. Yesterday, Glasnow, they got to him
well to the right. Here's the
pretty
first
early.
pitch. Pulled
And
the
then
down a little too much
facing
there.
the Diamondbacks, Mets went 2 out of 3 in that series, but
a ball and a strike.
Hey, he's got great.
They
feel
weren't
for
really
that pitch
faced
right
with
there. He can throw it anytime
stellar
he wants
starting
for a strike.
pitching in any of those games.
Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. Swung on in the dirt for
my
the
God.
third strike. Flowers has it, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Man, oh man. Having a rough time.
With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning.
Freddie Freeman.
First delivery to him on the way. Freeman is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps in the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
And it's 1-2.
1-2.
All right, let's go after him here.
And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
Yeah, too high.
Now the pitch. Grounded to first, right to him, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Into the box, Ronald Acuna. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Line to second, where it's caught there for out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, the left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. The 2-1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Thank you, Heidi. Here comes the first pitch. Low for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0.
I'm just glad it's not raining like it was yesterday. Oh.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
The count now at 2-2. Hit hard to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but
Get some action in the bullpen, just in case.
Now the 2-0 home.
you know he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball, middle of the zone.
Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike 2.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Whoa.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Weak grounder back to the mound. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Coming to the plate now, Tomas Nido. First pitch coming, here it is.
Ball, exit side.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
Nice.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
So here now is the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Let's see what Syndergaard can do here.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Oof.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
A 1 pitch on its way. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. A 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. A runner on first with 2 away.
Let's get this guy's pitch count up there.
Oh, tough pitch. Things just not going his way on the mound right now. 3-1.
Yeah, I want to run this guy's pitch count up. I'm having trouble hitting him, so I just want him out of the game at this point.
And that one is a called strike as he's rebounded to run it full now. 3-2. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses again. Ball 4. That's
nice.
Back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
All
right, got a little rally going. This is the most Mets have had going the whole game.
Scoring position to deal with.
2 outs though.
So striding in, Ahmed Rosario as he'll
Hey,
look to bring
2
home
for
that
2.
tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
It's the only guy. This is the only guy that's been able to hit him so far, and he's got 2 runners on, 2 outs. Big at bat.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And looks like he got a call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40.
Oh, right at him.
It out of midair, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Bottom of the inning now, and next to bat will be the catcher, Tyler Flowers.
The catcher, Tyler Flowers.
And the pitch. Lifted into the air out towards center field. On the run is Nimmo.
Oof.
And he tracks it down.
Give
Nice
that one a
play
ride.
for the first out.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit, looking to put the ball in play here. He went
Do you
down
guys
on
hear
strikes in
the
his first at-bat.
the batter announcements? Like, now batting shortstop, Dansby Swanson. You hear that? Just curious, because I know not everything is heard online. Like, none of the music is played, which sucks. Because every batter has their unique walk-up music.
Halfway to 100 pitches.
But I'm just curious if you hear the stadium announcer.
Back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
You do? Okay, cool.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times.
Just checking in on him. 3 days rest. Hey, how you feeling? You're right to get these guys. All right, go get him.
Now a throw over, back in standing. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
I've got to be careful here. This is a situation that's ripe for the Braves to tack on another run. You know, my pitcher's getting a little tired. Middle innings, locations. He's not going to be spotting his location quite as well as earlier in the game. Nito is wanting like a sinker right there in the wheelhouse. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to shake him off. I'm going to go with the off-speed outside. There we go.
Things up on him and he got him.
And look, it was right over the heart of the plate. So clearly he's starting to lose his location. But I've got 2 strikes on him now. I'm going to try the slider. Thing is, last time I threw a slider and tried to get the guy to strike out, I think it was Riley. Ended up being kind of a fat pitch on the outer half of the plate, and he was able to drive it or hit it to the opposite field for a base hit or a double. I don't remember. So I'm going to try and get him to chase the slider again. But because my location is not that great, I'm going to aim it even further outside.
As a look, now the pitch.
Yeah. Sure enough, it was way too far outside. Look at this guy. Swanson's like stretching over there at first base. I'm going to throw over there again.
Now a throw over to first. Don't want to forget about him.
Nope, haven't forgotten. Okay, he's calling for the changeup on the outside part of the plate. Yeah, okay, let's try it.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Oh, it's too far outside.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Yeah, runner might be in motion. Well, now what? Gonna go with the sinker. Outside corner. Let's go for it.
The payoff pitch home.
Oh, yes!
And a miss. He struck him out.
Well, that's just a quality
certainly
pitch
didn't
right
end up on the outside corner.
Because if it's put in play,
It's
there's
good
a
enough,
good
though.
chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
All right, so 2 out now, and the pitcher at the plate. Now, I've had my share of frustrating pitcher base hits this season. Usually usually comes because I just lob over a fastball there because I get cocky and think, it's the pitcher. He's not going to hit it. Well, I mean, it's a fastball that maybe doesn't have much movement. So, oh, yeah, here we go. Just getting a little bit of a back massage. He's like, get back over there. Get back over there. Don't you touch me. I mean, there's so many witnesses here. And he's like, all right. how's my technique? Enough of that. All right, I'm going to start it off with a breaking pitch here.
Into the box now, Mike Foltynewicz. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
See, fastball up and in.
I'm set with the 0-1.
Way too up.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Change up.
Now a change up, but it misses just a little below the zone.
Okay.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. Sometimes the hardest thing to do
not trying to work
is to
around
throw a
him.
strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
All right, I'm going to go with the sinker.
The 2-1 is swung on
There
and
we
missed,
go.
and that's strike 2.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
All right, I'm going to try and blow up by him now.
Hoping to send him packing.
Oh.
Pitch on its way.
That's not even
One
close.
that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
Well, I'm going to have to just toss it down the plate. You know, I'm not able to locate it as well.
Now the payoff pitch home.
Swung
on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That was just
One left for Atlanta.
that was just pure power
Leading it
there, and just
1-0.
hoping he doesn't hit it, and it worked out. A pretty good start
Ready
for
for
Syndergaard
another
with
chance.
the reduced
Brandon
rest.
Nimmo. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
It's been a pitcher's
Fastball
duel
too high to start
in
him out
Truist
here.
Park.
1-0. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose.
Newcomb and Green warming up. And I know I kind of ranted about it in yesterday's game, but I still...
Sneaks a fastball by him
I
at the
still
letters.
just
It's
don't like
1-1.
that the Braves
Nimmo bats left, but throws
they spent
right
only
and
20
stands
years
in at 6'3".
in Turner
It was
Field.
a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself
And
into
then-
a really nice ball
Oh, what we
player.
got here?
I wouldn't
Oh,
put him
yeah!
on a superstar level, but you know what?
A ground
they
rule
didn't
double.
miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy
I thought it
has,
was going to just
nice
knock
pick.
around the corner, and maybe I could try a triple. Oh, jeez. I mean, not even close. But yeah, okay. Bounced into the Mets bullpen. All right, I got a guy in scoring position, and nobody out. Nobody out. That's the best scoring situation I've had all game. But yeah, really don't like that they
So
spent
here's
only
Yoenis
20 years
Cespedes.
in
As the first pitch years have been
Turner
high,
Field, and then
it's 0-1.
they move out to another stadium
Both
that's
clubs
just
with
so
3 hits
far
in the ball
removed
game.
from the city center of Atlanta. It's just way up there north in the suburbs.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
I don't know. I
Hey, you
mean,
want
to
to
me,
talk
I
about
think
being in a zone. This guy's been raking lately.
I
It all
think a
starts with his
baseball
pitch
park
selection.
should be
2
right
great
there
takes,
in
and
the
he's
city.
almost daring
you
the
know,
pitcher.
and
Just go ahead and challenge him.
And here's a slider for a called strike.
it's a shame to see that, I think.
A line shot to third base.
Man, how many
And
line
got there
drives
so
have I hitting
quickly,
to
the runner
Riley
didn't
tonight?
Get very far from the bag. They settled with just the 1 out.
That was hit well.
Pete Alonso.
Runner at second, one away.
Let's see if
and
Polar
up
Pete can
steps
do
the
anything
power
here.
bat of Pete Alonso.
So Nimmo off of second base.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope, at the ball.
Trying to tie the game here. At least.
Now the 1-0. Here's a drive.
That's
out
a
to left center
drive.
field.
That's going to tie the game. Alonso into second, stand-up
As
double.
He arrives at second without
And
a
we're
play,
tied at 1.
As a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges.
Perfect
taking corners,
gapper.
but he left this one right over the
Ozuna
plate,
up with it.
and it cost him with an RBI
right.
extra base hit.
And that's going to
right
be
there.
it. His pitch count
On
was
his
up
way
there.
out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon.
So a good start
He
for him.
departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, no
Sean
decision is
Newcomb
the best he
is
can
gonna
hope
come
for.
on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Number 15.
So Sean Newcomb, the left-hander,
Newcomb.
30 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts. He's 1-0 and a 5.1 ERA. So they bring him in to face Conforto here. Alonso was a
Stepping
small
in now,
lead
Michael
off of
Conforto.
second base.
And
That's
this
good.
one's in the
Oh
dirt.
man!
Throw goes to third, and it's too late.
Yeah.
It's in there, and he's going to make it up the
Wild
third here as
pitch.
he advances
Alonso
on the
takes
wild
third.
pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet
Took a
away.
little bit of a risk advancing him there, but I figure, yeah, it's far. It rolled far enough away. Now, if that was
1-0.
Wilson Ramos
Couple
on
strikeouts
base, I
early in
wouldn't
the
have
game,
done
but
it.
he's done a much better
Ramos
job
is
at this
too
at bat,
slow.
trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
Now Mets with the chance to
Now
take the
the
lead
2-0.
here. With a fly ball, with a ground ball.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And he'll try to hold back the swing,
no,
but he'll do
2
so
strikes,
unsuccessfully as
no.
that's ruled a strike. A man at third with one away. And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. A full
Good
count,
eye.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. As a look, now the pitch. Got him.
Oh!
And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
You know, I'm not quite sure how
Locked
that
me up
strikeout would
there.
be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire
Yeah, it would
was
have been a
ringing
strike,
him up
but
regardless.
damn. So now it's Davis.
Standing in now, J.D. Davis. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1.
Wow. I'm curious if he's going to try and pitch around Davis here to get to the left-hander McNeil, the left-hand batter McNeil.
The 1-0.
Well, maybe not. It's right down the heart of the plate. Davis hitting .407 with runners in scoring position. He has excelled in these situations this year.
1-2 now.
Fights that one off. Two strikes on him.
1-2. Here it is.
Oh, pops up.
Swanson waits on it. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score.
So he tied
One
up.
for the Mets
Can't do
here
anything
on
else.
the RBI double. Bottom of the 6th coming up. All tied at 1-1.
All right, let's get back to it. Syndergaard.
Welcome
And this,
back
I
to
think,
Truist
will
Park,
be
just outside Atlanta
his
as
last
we
inning.
send it down to check in with Heidi.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager Brian Snitker during the commercial break. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. Among other things, he brought up their lack of walks as a sign that they're not doing a great job of working the count and laying off pitches outside the strike zone. Going forward, he's hoping to see a better focus on competitive at-bats and more selective swings.
Thank you, Heidi. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in as the switch-hitting second baseman, Ozzie Albies. This ball will be chopped foul.
Well, not very successful against Syndergaard. Albies only 2 for 22, hitting .091.
Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
That's part of the reason
see that
why.
Swing right there. You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. But also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
Softly hit toward the hole. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Yeah, Albies has great speed.
Strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
It's one of the first curveballs I think Syndergaard has thrown all day. He's able to just get a piece of it.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
So Markakis with the big 2 RBI double
Ready
in
with
yesterday's
the first pitch.
game. That was the biggest hit for the Braves.
Swung on but fouled off to the left.
Always a tough
into the windup. Here comes the
batter to
0-1.
face.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Ripped the gap in right. Markakis will round it at first and head for second now. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
Once I released it and I saw where that ball was going, I thought, forget it. He's gonna crush it.
So far. He's been
I'm lucky it stayed in the park. That's how bad that pitch was.
A few mistakes we've seen him make.
Yeah, it's not good. It was kind of a stupid pitch. It was a 4-seam fastball, and Syndergaard's 4-seam really it's fast, but it doesn't have a lot of movement. It's not like his sinker. And I mean, if I was able to paint the outside corner of the plate, which I had intended to, yeah, it would have been okay of a decent pitch, but it went right over the middle of the plate. I mean, forget it. Fastball with little movement right over the middle of the plate. Markakis is going to hit it. So now I've got him on second base with Freeman.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. As he'll take a look at his sinker here, too low for ball.
So let's get some more action going in the bullpen here. I've got Gesellman, who's certainly ready. And Brock I've been using quite a bit. I think I'm going to give him a night off. I'm going to warm up Familia also. It's kind of early in the game to bring him in, but
hits are now even at 4 apiece.
You never know what'll happen.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1.
All right, he wants sinker low and away again. Oh,
gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the
nice.
zone. 1-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out.
Oh yeah!
And he looks at his
Love
sinker
it
for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that
man.
of the pitch right there.
It's always so satisfying when you strike out a great hitter.
In a better location, because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot.
And he doesn't even swing.
Textbook sinker.
All right, so 2 outs now, still not out of it, and facing the cleanup hitter.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1.
He wants the slider.
Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
He almost went for it.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything with a hit in this at bat.
He wants
Not
the
much
sinker
reason
again.
for it.
Oh no!
3-0
Oh
now.
no!
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
This is a dangerous situation here. It's like you want to throw a strike, but yeah, he's their cleanup hitter, and he hit a home run off of me yesterday.
3 balls, no strikes.
Oh my God!
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone
right down the middle of the
aggressively
plate.
again here with the
That was
base
not the
open.
intention.
He doesn't have to.
I just want this guy to make some weak contact. I mean, I don't even care about striking him out. I just want to get him out. That's it.
Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home.
Oh!
Loud contact there, but it's well fouled.
I'm like missing up in the zone. That's dangerous. Syndergaard, you can see his energy his tank is almost empty here. He's staring in for the sign. He's got. All right, he's gonna give it his all right here. Oh
And
God!
he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
The left fielder, number 20. Marcell.
Stepping up now, Marcell Ozuna. No hits to this point.
All right.
Now time is called here as we'll get.
How do you feel? You think you got one more guy left in you? He's like, yeah, give me the ball. I got him. I'm just gonna. That's what he says. All right.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That misses outside.
Center runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game.
What is it with
Remains
you
to
and the
be seen if
sprinkles,
they can
man?
get it, but
See,
now
is it
sure
the
would be a
chocolate
big
sprinkles
time
you
for
don't
that.
like, or the rainbow sprinkles?
The 1-0. Grounded to the right.
Oh my God! Throw it.
Throw to first is going to be in time. The Braves rally comes up short as that's out number 3. 2 left for Atlanta. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Chocolate sprinkles are a scam. I don't have that harsh an opinion on chocolate sprinkles. I don't think
All set for the start of the inning.
they're
And
very
that'll bring in
necessary,
Jeff
nor do they
McNeil.
taste like chocolate.
Number 6.
Rainbow sprinkles are fun. I like fun.
Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and a strike to count.
Really happy with this start from Syndergaard here. That was his last inning, so I'd like to give him a win, but if not, hey, that was the kind of start you expect from one of your top of the rotation guys. And so let's see. So it's 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and one earned run. I mean, you know, it's kind of looks like a pretty standard good start on there, but I feel really good about it. Just from the reduced rest that he was dealing with today.
And there's ball 1.
Really couldn't have asked for much more than
he wants
that.
on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Yeah, it's another
Now the
battle of the
2-1.
bullpens now.
He's fallen behind
Oh,
now.
wow.
3-1.
I really thought that
Every
painted the
base
corner.
runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Yeah, they do put
3-1.
some
He's in there. for
away
strike
fans
number
in the
2.
stands. There's some people out there with Mets hats.
And he
Oh.
got him.
My God, that was a good pitch.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
The eye roll.
In now, Tomas Nido. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. It was a walk in his last trip. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Popped him up.
Damn.
Freeman in foul ground. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
It's a left-hander on the mound. You know, Nunez has been kind of hitting as of late when I play him, so I'm gonna go with him.
Eduardo Nunez will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
I remember, it seems like maybe a month ago, he had that
and he'll take strike 1 on the fastball,
game-winning hit
registering at 93
in City
that
Field.
time.
It was an opposite field base hit in extra innings. I don't remember who that was against.
And he fouls this one off. Nunez, a former Red Sox, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
Just gets a
Out in
piece.
front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's
Good
a
eye.
full count, 3-2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats
Rosario's
thought that
on
was
deck. He
strike
has 2
3.
hits to
They
him.
weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off. Ball
Not close.
4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ahmed Rosario. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty.
A
Just
slide
unlucky with the
step
placement.
there, right down the middle
0-1
of the
the
plate.
count. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And it's fouled away. Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Ready on 0-2. Line drive to left.
He's
And
got
as
it.
it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Mets leave one.
So it's a no decision
Score
for
remains
Syndergaard.
tied 1-1.
And we're going to put Familia in the game.
Jerry's Familia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Jerry Familia.
At the plate, Tyler Flowers. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Tyler Flowers.
Okay. And for our bullpen, I don't think I'm going to use Gesellman. Not unless I go, deep into extra innings or anything. So I'm going to sit him down. Warm up Wilson. And my plan is to use Lugo for the 8th inning, so I'm warming him up as well.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a ball 1-0. Hit out towards second.
Damn.
And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
At the plate now, Dansby Swanson. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson.
Come on,
Ready with
Familia.
the 2-0 pitch. Clearly fooled there on the slider. The 2-1. Austin Riley waits on deck. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he misses with it, ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves into scoring position now.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Coming to the plate now, Austin Riley. 1 for 2 in the ballgame thus far. First pitch on its way. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
The 0-1 delivery. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far.
Give me a double play now.
In the first two games.
Double play.
So this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Oh, they're going to do a pinch hitter now.
Ender Inciarte will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Pinch hitter.
Number 11.
Comes in to hit for the pitcher, Newcomb.
Inciarte.
Double play would be Familia's best friend here.
This ball's grounded foul.
Trying to keep it low in the zone.
Now a swing and a little bouncer softly hit to the right side of the mound. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes.
Couldn't get the double play.
That means two men are in scoring position now with two away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Ozzy.
Now batting, Ozzy Albies. He got on top of one and was a ground out.
Okay, so let me take a look here. Albies is a switch hitter. I'm going to take a look at which side of the plate he does worse from. So let's go to player stats, Albies, and let's go all the way down to his versus left-hander and versus right-hander. So you can see versus left-hander he does better, 365, versus righties only 208. So to me that means probably better off leaving him in.
Victim last time.
If he did worse against left-handers, I would have brought in Wilson right now. But that doesn't seem to be the case, and the numbers are pretty convincing. So
first offering on its way.
Oof.
Hey, this dude's clearly capable of clearing the bases with one swing. So I think the approach to this guy is try to keep the ball off the plate. See if they can get him to chase something.
A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man.
91 mile-per-hour splitter.
To short. Rosario's got it cleanly. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Two left for Atlanta. Still tied, one apiece. Shane Green has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 19, Shane Green.
Into the box now, Brandon Nimmo. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
Faced Green yesterday, if I recall correctly. He was pretty tough to hit.
He's set. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And the pitch.
So I've got Markakis and Freeman coming up here. I might go to Wilson for the 8th inning to face those left-handed bats. I'll take a look at their stats in a second here. I know that's what I did yesterday.
Man, and he's nowhere near that pitch. It's 2-2.
That was
Not
bad,
much you're going
but
to do
I
with
think
that
it would have been a
pitch right
strike.
there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly, so they really have to be paying attention out there. Looking at the replay, I think he got it right, so that's a tip of the cap for the Blue.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Yoenis Cespedes is at the plate as he watches ball one.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
Here it comes, 1-0. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. One out, nobody on. In the air to right center.
Fly ball.
Acuña's there for it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Up next to the net, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
All right, before this at bat here, better take a look at the how Freeman or how Markakis and Freeman do against left-handers and right-handers. So there you go, Freeman 210 against left-handers, and Markakis 283. Still not bad, but it's lower than his right-hand average. So that does it. Yep, going to bring in Wilson to face those two guys.
Pete Alonso. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. From the stretch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
And these low sliders have been kicking my butt in this game.
Comes set, the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. Ready on 0-2. Now
oh my God!
In there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3.
I don't know why I'm having trouble picking up his slider. Oh.
Ready once again, Nick Markakis. He doubled his last time through.
I couldn't hit that guy last night either, if I recall correctly.
Markakis.
All right, so going to Wilson here.
Justin Wilson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 38, Justin Wilson.
And because of the rule change this year, in that a reliever has to face 3 batters or the end of the inning, that means that Wilson, barring an injury, is committed to facing Markakis, Freeman, and the right-hand bat of Acuña. If for any reason one of these guys gets on, then after the 3rd batter, I will take Wilson out and go to Lugo. Yeah, that's the real name. That's the real name of the park, Truist Park.
First delivery to him on the way. That's popped up.
Oh no.
And there's a base hit. So just like that, the leadoff man's aboard, representing the potential go-ahead run.
Dan, this guy's on fire.
So that means we will see Lugo
it's about
this inning.
150 ABs to 200 ABs.
Markakis gets a blue pit on the first pitch.
You're gonna have. He's obviously in May.
Well, actually, we will see Lugo unless I get a double play here. But we'll see. So Markakis comes out of the game.
Anything that is
And
around the
Adam
strike zone,
Duvall,
he feels he can get
pinch
the barrel
runner.
to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he's back easily.
Duvall with
So
good
now
speed.
to the plate, Freddie Freeman is
Oh.
in right field and deep for Freeman.
He got it.
It's gone. They've taken the lead in the eighth.
Unbelievable. 2 pitches, a hit, and a home run.
A 2-run blast to straightaway right field.
Unbelievable.
Taking a 2-run lead.
And the Mets can't believe it. Those are the 2 guys he came in here to face. Yeah, so much for stats.
That's a big-time bomb right there. It's about time now for the closer to get ready.
Here I was
It's
trying
time
to
to
go
go
by
on
the
this one.
numbers and play Moneyball and everything. Look at this. That's why they play the game. So a short and embarrassing outing for Wilson, and he's going to come out of the game.
Number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, I can't take him out yet. It's only been 2 batters. So I have to face Acuna here.
Acuna digs in now.
That's
the
right.
First pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
Oh, God.
Base is empty here with nobody out. And he gets a hold of this
You've
one
gotta
again
be
to
kidding
deep
me.
right field. Gone. Back-to-back homers. A solo shot here to straightaway right
Well,
field. Number 10 for him on the year. And
The Braves have something
open
special
things
going
up
on
here.
this
It's
inning,
4-1.
and it's at the expense of Wilson. He's having one of his worst outings of the season.
Boy, when this guy gets in the groove, he can hit him, and when he hits him in bunches. Hit a home run in last night's game.
That's
If
Acuna's
they
second home
continue
run
to
of the
pitch
series.
him on the outer part of the plate. Look.
And just like that, within a couple of minutes, the game has slipped away from New York.
The left fielder, number 20, Marcell Ozuna.
Seth Lugo.
So a job
on
well
the
done
pitcher
by
in the
Wilson.
eighth with nobody out.
Number 67.
And now Seth Lugo comes in to try and actually pitch the 8th inning. I think Wilson threw 4 pitches. Five or 4. I thought it was 4, but it could be 5. It's one of those 2. Yeah, his worst performance of the year. I'm actually curious what his ERA is. I mean, that's going to be painful for his stats. Oh, 3.52. Ugh. So now I've got to fix Wilson and Betances' ERAs. That's so frustrating. You keep the game close, come out of jams, and then just promptly give up a blue pit and then a bomb. Then I try and take him out, and it's like, oh, no. You got to face one more guy. Oh, okay. Pitch, ball. Next pitch, bomb.
Hit down the third baseline. Well, a foul ball here, 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Okay. Well, this is a good Braves team. You know, you can't can't expect them to make every game
close,
easy.
But it's 1-1.
Was able to pile on and get 10 runs yesterday, and then we had a pitcher's duel today.
No offer on that one.
Two curveballs missed.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed,
by a
you
lot.
have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
And this is lifted out towards straightaway center
Straight
field.
out to center.
Nimmo is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting. The catcher.
Ready now, Tyler Flowers.
And we finally
Here
get
comes
an out.
the first pitch. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
I was about to say, who you calling a pansy? But all right, I guess I get it.
Wind up
Because his name is
and the 0-2
Flowers.
pitch.
I was like, what are you calling me a pansy for?
Swing and a miss on the
There we
breaking
go.
pitch. 2 away.
Finally got a
That's
curveball.
a pretty set attempt
closer
at
to the
hitting
plate.
a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
At the plate, Dansby Swanson. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And it's 1-1. This is swung on and bounced to McNeil at second. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So
Side
2 home
retired.
runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 9th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets 1.
Last chance.
Adam Duvall will stay in the game, taking over in right field and batting in the 8th spot.
Now playing right field. Number 23.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here.
They're gonna bring in O'Day. Don't do it.
Will Smith takes
Will
the ball
Smith.
now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Welcome to Earth.
New inning set to get underway, and up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now.
Melanson warming up in case Smith gets into any trouble.
The 1-0 home. Slapped
Hey,
hard
that's
the opposite way.
a hit.
And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make it out. We have to find a way to put 2 men,
Just
maybe
drops in
3
front of
men, put
Ozuna
some
there.
pressure on this defense.
And that's one of those situations where, yeah, maybe he could have dove for it, but is it worth the risk? Probably not. If he misses it, it probably goes all the way to the wall, and then Conforto will get the triple. And you don't want that. Just give him a hit.
To the plate now, J.D. Davis. As he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0. Yanked on the ground down the line. But
Just
a
foul
ball. 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. This one's down to
it's gonna
third.
be a double
He's
play.
got it over to Albies.
Ah.
First, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as
Absolute
there are
last
quickly
thing.
2 away now.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth.
That's a
and you're looking
backbreaker.
pretty good, right? Not when
But
the next
maybe,
guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
Okay.
So here.
Well. Yeah, I was thinking about putting a pinch hitter here to face the left-hander, but who am I gonna? I've got a bunch of left-handed bats. Marisnik, Ramos. I don't think it's even worth it. I'll just keep him in there.
Jeff McNeil. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side.
Yeah, I could put Lowry in,
but
but I feel like McNeil has a better chance of getting a hit from the left side than Lowry from the right side.
Starts him out with a slider too low for ball one. Smith is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Yeah, no, he will. He'll have to walk back home to the hotel by himself. It's a 3-0 count here.
And that misses ball four, and now the Mets have themselves a 2-out base runner.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that...
All right, I'm going to pinch hit here. Instead of Nito, I'm going to bring up Ramos. Ramos has a better chance of extending the game here. I won't be able to pinch run for him. That's the downside to it. But, oh well. That's a problem.
Never say die mentality.
Having to pinch run for Ramos is a problem I'd like to have at this point.
Look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Just trying to get on, extend the inning here.
Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. 2 out with the man at first. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Now Ramos with a swing
It's
and a deep
swing,
drive
a
to
deep
left.
drive.
But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Wow.
And now a throw comes homeward and it's over his head. What's going on?
Well, one thing's for certain. That makes the manager look like a genius right there. He calls on him to pinch hit, hoping for any kind of spark, and he gives him a
that's
little
almost
bit more
out of
than
here.
that, blasting a double that almost leaves the ballpark. Big innings often start with beginnings like this.
Got to go with the right-hand bat here. Contact versus left-hander. Contact versus left-hander. Power versus left-hander 39. Power 62. I'm going to go with Marisnik pinch hit.
Jake Marisnik will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Jake Marisnik.
I don't have much speed on second base, so I have to be careful if I get a hit here. I don't want the game to end at home plate.
And they'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Ball 2 now.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Change up, and he can't buy a strike here. 3-0. Marisnik playing here in his age 29 season. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
3-0 count.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career.
Right in the middle.
Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time.
All right, let's see if we can get something going here. 3-1 count. Second and third.
3-1. Here it is.
Inside. Ball 4.
So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the
So
doubt.
now it's
from the
Rosario.
umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Now to the plate, Ahmed Rosario.
Can't believe they're
Hit the
leaving
ball
him in
pretty
here.
well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter.
Nimmo on deck.
Here's the 1-1. Swing.
Oh, he
they're
swings
up
and
against it
misses.
Now as they're down to their
Would have
final
been a
strike
ball.
of the afternoon.
One
Crowd
ball,
of over
2 strikes.
39,000 on their feet. And struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
They got him.
One of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
Oh, had a chance
4-1
there. Had a
today.
chance for some
The
excitement.
Braves crossed
Didn't
the
happen.
plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Shane Green
Yeah, it went
gets
down
the
to the
win
wire,
in
though.
relief, his 6th of the season. Will Smith closes the door for the save, his 9th of the year. So that just about
Let's
does
see
it
that.
for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi
Rubber
Rodney
game
down
tomorrow.
on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say there's nothing I can do. I could, it's the same time tomorrow, by the way. Same time.
For the Mets, 1 run on 6 hits.
So,
They left 9 runners
let's
on
get a
base.
recap here.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours.
This is how the first
53
run
minutes.
scored.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Braves and everyone at Truist Park, we'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.
Alonso doubled in the 6th. Solid, nicely hit double. And that drove in the run to tie the game. Albies with a ground out in the 7th in a big jam for Familia. and he got out of it. But then Wilson came in and decided, you know what? Let's give these Atlanta fans something to cheer for. And he did just that. So Freeman hit a 2-run home run to right field. There's no doubter. And then Acuna comes in there and he pokes one out of here. Also to right field. Opposite field for him. Just over the fence. And with that, Wilson's work was done. Lugo came in to get the rest of the inning out. But then the Mets, they had something going. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Rosario strikes out, swinging. Frustrating. Shane Green, who was very effective in relief, and I couldn't hit him at all. He gets the win. Wilson, with by far his worst outing of the season, he gets the loss. Will Smith with the save. Barely, but it's a save. Alright. Only 6 hits for the Mets. Only 1 RBI. That's Alonso, his 30th of the season. No decision for Syndergaard in what was a really well-pitched game. And again, Wilson with the loss. He dropped to 1-2. For the Braves, Markakis with a couple of hits. Freeman with a couple of hits, including the 2-run home run. 2 RBIs for him. One RBI for Albies. 1 for Acuna, his solo home run. Braves batters struck out 8 times, walked twice, 2 home runs, 1 triple, which, yeah, that really shouldn't be a triple for Freeman. That was earlier in the game. Should have been a base hit and a 2-base error, but oh well. Pitching line, you can see Smith, or Green, I should say, goes to 6-2, which is a lot of wins for someone in relief. 6-2 on the season. Smith with his 9th save. So, that's that. Try and get him tomorrow. Let's see our matchup. It's 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Let's go up one day. And here's our matchup. Facing the left-hander tomorrow.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome
I don't know
to
if that's
Inside the
fried
Show.
or
Starting
fried.
off in the National League East, Shane Green got his 6th win of the year out of the bullpen, helping lead the Braves to a win over the Mets, 4-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins.
He's not having a very good season.
The Nationals amassed
with
14
an ERA over
hits
7.
in the game as they beat the visiting Marlins 7-6.
He had a very good season last year.
The Colorado Rockies combined to give up just 5 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 3-1. The Reds went deep 4 times as they made short work of the Padres 13-2.
He won 17 games last year.
The Brewers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 1-0. The win was their 6th in a row.
Let's see what we can do against
the Pirates starting pitcher, number 50, got his 3rd win this season, helping the Pirates push past the Giants 2-1. The Diamondbacks had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 7-1. The Indians sent 3 balls into the seats as they embarrassed the Dodgers 6-0. Taylor Williams got win number 1 on the year, helping lead the Mariners over the
Still
Yankees 4-3.
in the wild card at the moment.
The Baltimore Orioles held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they blew out the Jays 11-0. The win finally put an end to their losing streak of over 20 games in a row.
What?
The Boston Red Sox only allowed 2 hits in the game as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-4. Jose Alvarado won his first game of the season as the Rays defeated the Tigers 5-4. The Rangers totaled 11 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 4-0. Homer Bailey grabbed his 4th victory out of the pen, helping lead the Twins to the win over the White Sox 2-1. They now have 6 straight victories.
The Orioles had
The A's knocked out 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Angels 9-3. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning.
I guess that
Enjoy
makes
the games
sense
later today,
looking at the
and we'll
records
see you tomorrow.
now. Because earlier in the season, the Tigers were so bad and they couldn't get a win until like their 20-something game. And they're still terrible. But their record was such an outlier earlier. And now, I mean, it still is, but now the Orioles are nearly as bad. So yeah, they oof, ouch. I wonder what's going on in Baltimore. Well, anyway, try and get him tomorrow. Here's our matchup: Waka and Max Fried, and I was gonna say one more thing. Oh, right, Marcus Stroman. He should be back soon. 4 days left on the injured list, but it looks like his estimated injury time is 1 to 6 days roughly. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, thanks for joining. I'll try it again tomorrow. Have a good one.